Hello my lovely friends, this is Marta from Drop of Sunshine and welcome on my YouTube channel. My friends, today I'm super excited because I have a very special project to make which I am absolutely happy and excited about, and I can't wait to show you. I've been blessed to receive this latest collection from Luke Hollins to create some inspirations for the craft stash, and one of them, when I saw this collection, it was screaming mixed media to me. So I've decided to create a mixed media Canva, and this is something I really love to do apart from the card making. I didn't have the time to create any canvas lately, so I am so super happy because I'm not only having this blessing that I can play with this amazing and wonderful goodies, I can also do what I love. So this is like a win-win situation, and I hope you will enjoy this project. I also wanted to show you that I've been hearing it a lot from many of you that you like watching these mixed media projects, but many occasions you would like to do, but you don't have as many supplies, or you don't know where to start, and it could be intimidating. I will say that I've been in the same place that I was watching mixed media creator, a wonderful artist who were creating this beautiful, most amazing mixed media and home decor project, and I was looking on that and I was like, oh gosh, I wish I could do that, but I don't have as many supplies, or I don't even know where to start. But the truth is that to create something like in mixed media vibe, you don't really need a lot of the items. What I'm doing here, what I'm gonna be using today, is our everyday card making supplies, and this is the Luke Collins collection. I'll be using as an example, but you can use what you have, or you can check. I will have the links to this collection, to the items I've used down below, so you can check them if you like it. But this collection is absolutely amazing. So I've just to quickly let you know, I've prepped my Canva with the white gesso. If you don't have a gesso, you can use the white acrylic paint. And now I will play a little bit with my gelatos. I took the die. This die was in one of the where do I put it? You know what, I had everything ready. I have everything ready to start recording the video, but then my son came in and he just made a little bit like reorganization on my desk. So I'm sorry about that if I will be like trying to look through the things. But I've took the die, which is from Scroll Panel die set, and I've created myself a mask. I have here, what I'm having here is this stencil foil, and I cut it through using my Gemini machine. Just to let you know, I think I was saying that on the Friday live that I've bought those foils ages ago, and I used to try to cut them with the dies through the manual die cutting machine, but I wasn't happy. The result was like anywhere like near good or anything like that, so I just leave them. But now I switched to Gemini, and it's very powerful, and it cut those foil no trouble. So I was able to create myself a mask, and using couple of the gelatos in this lovely like a golden yellowish and lavender tone. I think it's from their pastel set. Those gelatos, I've used the baby wipe and just color it through this mask I've created. The using gelatos, I would really recommend you to use them on the gesso surface. If you're not gonna be prepping your surface, then you may have to struggle to distribute color. Well, you can still color, but they're not going to be blending as nicely. Once you have your non-porous surface, that's definitely improve the color spreading, and especially if it comes for gelatos. Now you can see I have this paper pad from Lou. I was trying to tear myself a couple of strips, and I've decided I need a little bit more dimension. And what I'm having here, this is my latest discovery from Nuvo. It's expanding mousse. I really love it. This is like a ordinary a texture paste. However, if you heat it up straight away once it's still wet, it will kind of puff and expand, creating this lovely effect. And this paste is actually very lightweight, so I am still using it on the cards and on my card making creation, and it's at this lovely nice effect. And definitely recommend you, if you're looking for some texture paste, this one's got the double use, because once you put it through your embossing, through your stencil, and you leave it to dry as it is, it will give you the same result as a regular texture paste, but once you heat it up, it will puff and expand and create different effects. So definitely, if you're just looking on to buy some texture paste, this is something I could recommend you. Now I tear myself couple strips of the paper, and now I'm using my this is like a poking tool, like a used for leather. I will have to find the English name, because I'm sorry, I don't know how this tool is called. I know the Polish name for it, but I forgot the English one. But it's something you use on a leather to create those little holes. I've just used it to add the stitch edge to my pieces, and just to add some extra dimension. I have this beautiful pink carnation mica mist from Nouveau, and I'm so embarrassed to say that, but I actually lost the top bit of it, and I can't use the spray because this nozzle has disappeared, and I don't know. I think I'm just messy crafter, and I can't find it. I've been looking for it anywhere, and so in order to use this spray, I took another bottle. I was hoping that I'll be managed to replace the nozzle from empty bottle to this one, but it was different size, so it didn't work. So unfortunately, I'll have to use this empty container for this spray now. And I'm also having another spray, which is this E-Zinc Aladdin lovely color, and I'm spraying them, and I'm adding a drop of water to help me distribute the colors. And one thing I would like to say to all of you, if you're having a trouble with your bottles, with this all kind of a shimmery sprays which have lots of particles, whether it's a mica or any other like little bits which are tend to settle on the bottom of the bottle, and they clog the bottles quite oftenly. It happened to me many times, and my advice for that is to keep a spare bottle, just fill with clean water. And what I'm doing every time I use that spray, after I'm done with spraying, I will switch the top with this bottle with the clean water, and I spray it once or twice just to make sure I have this pipe and nozzle clean, and then I will put it back on the bottle I'm using, and this time I have this clean nozzle every time I'm starting working with my spray, and I never ever had any trouble with clogged bottles since I start using it. It will use up just a teeny tiny bit of your product, but nothing to be worried about. It will only take whatever is in this little pipe which goes down through the bottle. And if you worry about wasting the product, just take a piece of the scrap paper, just spray it over there, whatever, like pink or blue color, whatever color you were using, just spray that teeny tiny bit. It will be diluted because you're obviously picking up the clean water from bottle, but you will color yourself a little piece of the scrap paper, and you can use it to cut some elements, flowers, sentiments or something like that. But that way, spraying from the clean water, like from the second bottle with the clean water, you will wash off anything any particles you have in your pipe and in your nozzle, and that way you always have this perfectly ready to go spray, and you don't have to worry about your bottles getting clogged. I'm sorry for this extra talk, but I thought I will share it with you because I had the trouble in the past that I've bought some spray, and after using them a couple of times, I am coming back after some time, maybe like a couple 2-3 weeks, they were lying on the shelf and they're absolutely clogged and nothing I could do about this. So this is my advice to do it, to keep this like a spare bottle, and just to save yourself trouble. Now I've attached my paper using the PVA glue. This is just a regular white school glue. Anything will be good, even like a mixed media gel if you have, or any type of the glue. It doesn't have to be, could be even a school glue if you've got this like a a glue which is like twistable and it's like a solid form. You can use that one as well. And here you can see I have this set of the flowers from this paper pad, and there is this outline dies. This dies, you will have the link down below. They actually so brilliant design. Luke came up with the fabulous design that these dies are not only cutting those elements from the paper pad, but they also perfectly matching with the stamps she's got. So you can use them here and there. Or one thing I actually came up with that I just only when I was recording right now I thought about this, that you could actually use the stamp to stamp over this color image, maybe with the embossing ink, and then put some like a gold or even clear embossing powder to add this texture, and then use the dies to cut it. I'll still have a page or two with this flower design, so I'm definitely gonna be checking that. I will use I think I will use the clear embossing just to add this rice edge to the flower image, and then I will cut it with the matching dies. So here you can see I've just quickly placed the die over the images and just cut it beautifully. This is such a detailed die that if I would be trying to cut it with my scissors, it will definitely take ages, and I wouldn't be able to get a thin line and such a perfect clean cut. Here you can see I also decided to use this stamp, which also this is what I was telling you about. These stamps, they go perfectly with the dies as well. And here I was trying to be lazy, which didn't work out for me very well, because I thought I could just go the shortcut, and then without unmounting my stamps and placing them on a stamping tool or anything like that, I could just stamp it just straight off from the packaging, and it didn't really went well, not as good as I was planning. However, I'm actually creating those vellum gold elements to be shadowing my flower design, so they're not gonna be fully visible. So I'm not really too much worried that the middle part of the design, it's not very well stamped. And I must tell you, my friends, I've already stamped with these images. They're absolutely perfect, good quality stamps. Here I'm not doing the best job, but the reason behind that is just my laziness. It's just like I was like, oh no, I just quickly stamp it straight from the packaging, and here you are. You can see it didn't went as good as I planned. However, because as I've just mentioned, I want to use them as the shadowing piece from underneath this colorful flowers. You will see it on the final photos once you will have this close-up look how beautifully this actually looking, instead of shadowing them with the dark color paper like we usually do. I've decided to shadow my elements with the vellum, but with this gold stamped vellum, which is like a absolutely gorgeous, it's very subtle, this gold, embossing. It's not coming in the first plan is actually in the background. And here again, I'm trying to shortcut. I was like thinking like, oh, maybe I'll just cut it with the same layout, but then I just thought like, no, Marta, better not risk, and just re-stick those dies to the emboss images, just in case something is like, offset a little bit. I didn't want to be losing any image. I want to keep them nice, at least the outer edge. Every single stamp, it actually stamped very well on the outside. I just didn't do a greatest job on the insert. However, if I would be mounting them to the stamping block, oh, where's message? I'm sorry, I have to turn off the other phone now. If I would be placing my stamps over the stamping platform, I would be able to get a much better result than I was doing it offhand, keeping this all stamps together. It would probably, because it was so many of them, so that's why it didn't work on me as good as I was planning. And here you can see I've got plenty of the elements ready. Just preparing myself all those bits so I could have plenty to use on my canvas. And as I've mentioned before, this is like this kind of a mixed media vibe project. However, as you can see, I am not using anything like really complicated, or you don't need to have those ton of the mixed media supplies. Just start little, just look what you have in your house, like paper wise, or maybe like a ribbon, laces, flowers if you do like a paper flowers. And here I've got this paper with lovely dots, and I've decided to cut those dots and create a flower from those dots actually. So something like you can always check and see whatever you have, and just gather all those elements and try to create something. The canvas are available in many different stores in many places, and not long ago I was actually shopping in the Lidl's, and they had the selection of the canvas to choose in their basket, like if on one of those aisles with random stuff they have, like I don't know, every couple weeks they change the different bits, and they had a bunch of the canvas, or like a Poundland or BM. Many places is selling them, and you can buy one. They're not as much expensive. And then try to look through your card making products and create a canvas. You will see that this is absolutely a lovely fun thing to do, and it will last you something. This is something you can dress up your craft room, create something, just put those lovely encouraging quote, or something which you resonate with. You can put something which motivates you to work, like to create something for something. You will enter your crafty corner, and you will look on your wall above your desk, and you will see this lovely message for yourself. Treat yourself with this kind of a project, and let me know what you think, my friends, in a comment. Or if you already create something like that, I would love to see it. So definitely tag me to your social media, or whether you're on a craft world or on a Facebook, on Instagram, I'm over there. So if you're creating this mixed media canvas, please let me know. I would love to visit you and see what your beautiful artwork looks like, and what you've been managed to create. And here you can see it doesn't took me a long time. I just cut a couple of those circles and create them, shape them into one flower. And now I'm just cutting these leaves, and nothing really fancy, very easy, like a teardrop with my scissors. And here I've decided I want to have a second flower, so I am again taking my scissors and going around those circles. I think I've used 6 of them, for the flower petal, and then this yellowish golden one for the my flower center. I'm using a hot glue just to glue everything together, and then adding a couple of these stamens into the center. But if you don't have a flower stamens, you can use a half a pearl or a button or anything else really, or you could, if you've got a Nova drop or something like that, then you could create this like a drop inside, or place some lovely gem or something like that. And that flower, actually this type of a flower would be fun to create if you have a circle punch maybe. Then look through your drawer, gather all your scraps, like you've got leftover pieces which you thought you will use on the card, but then it's been lying on your shelf for a long time. Just grab it, just punch those circles and create those little flowers. They're really easy. So something, another thing for you to do if you're looking for some inspiration and the ways you can play with your leftover pieces. And here I am just shaping the flowers just a little bit, and nothing really difficult. I just squished each petal slightly in my finger just to give them dimension, and then just press it down with this shaping a bit, and it's ready. And here I am using another set which is called Boulder Frame, and it's got lovely big frame in this septagonal shape. I think it's a septagonal, what you call it, and it cut this beautiful, very thin frame. And on top of that, I have this edge with this fancy, like a leafy style ornament. And I've cut those from the paper. You can see it over here. And then I've cut one word, forever, which comes from the Scroll Sentiments die set. And this word forever I cut in a red color cardstock, because I thought there is nothing red on this canvas, but this little drop of the red accent will actually add this lovely dramatic look and will instantly catch your eye. Once you look on the canvas, you will see it later on. And this is something I've been doing from time to time, that if I have a lovely composition, I like to throw just one element in totally different color, but it still have to kind of match with the rest of the colors you have, or with the rest of the color palette. However, if it's gonna be like a different color, like here I'm using the red, it will automatically draw your attention to this element. One more thing I wanted to create is this little heart, because I wanted to have something on which I could stick my sentiment on, this red forever word. And I was looking through my selection of the dies. Although I'm having quite a few dies with this heart shape, I didn't have the proper one. Like sometimes you look on the die and you just see like, oh, this one was too skinny, this one was like a not straight edges. So I just I realized I have this MDF cut heart, so I just pencil trace it, and that was a perfect size. So I've managed to create one, and then I create another smaller one, and I use my scissors to go around the edges, and then I will use a brown ink just to color it a teeny tiny bit to make those edges even more visible and looking nice. So that way this heart, it's not gonna be like melting, because I have the same pattern paper on the heart. And if I wouldn't be coloring my edges of the heart with the brown ink, they will be just like melting, and you wouldn't be able to see this shape as nicely. Now I am using another of my favorite products. This is a glitter ink. This is a liquid glitter ink from the Spectrum Noir. I have a quite a few. I think I've got like a 5 or 6 balls. Six, actually six, because they're coming in a sets of three, and they are really lovely, shiny, sparkly, and they just perfect for adding the splashes. And here you can see I've created a few splashes, and now I'm almost ready to start assembling my canvas. There's two more things I want to do because I have a lots of it gold over there, like this flower on the vellum. I've decided to team up the rest of my elements with this gold embossing powder. So I'm taking this ornament elements which I've cut, and I am just stamping them on my embossing pad and covering them with the golden embossing powder. And I will do exactly the same with my flowers. And here you can see I've got this little piece of the kitchen sponge which I put one drop of the re-inker. This is the embossing ink re-inker I have, and whenever I want to do some edge like here, rather than adding my elements to the inking pad, I am just taking a drop of the embossing ink, add to the kitchen sponge, and just go over everything I need to add that embossing powder. I am not really focusing on having this pristine, a very clean look on my embossing, because this is a mixed media project, so everything could be a little bit distressed, and even if it's uneven or unstray or it's not perfectly covered with the embossing powder, it's meant to be. No one will never notice that there is imperfection. Besides, this is the, if it comes for mixed media creation, the imperfection is actually what is making the project so interesting. You look on it and there is this like a uneven texture, or like from embossing paste or from splashes. Everything is so like beautifully disorganized, distressed, and this is what actually adds to the project. So as more distress, it's better. And here you can see I am trying to tackle few of those elements in between those paper layers, just to add some extra embellishment to this lovely canvas. And you can see how beautifully it all starts looking together. All the elements, they compound so nicely, because this collection is brilliant. It's absolutely amazing, and it's not only for card making but for many more creation. You probably noticed that I always like to look for the second use of the elements, like not only the first thing, like obvious to make a card, but then to do more, or to create different type of the card, or just to transform elements, or stretch them a little bit. So I'm making sure that whatever goodies I have as dies or stamps, I am just making the most of it. And I am encouraging you, my friends, to do the same, to look on your stamps or on your dies or whatever you have in your stash. Just look on it and try to think, what else I could do it, how differently I could use that die. Could I just make it into the mask? Could I just stencil through it, like or maybe glue together, or create the mirror effect by using the die, and then use a left and right side of the die cut element. Just there's so many different things. This is why I love card making and crafting in general, because every single person, like if you give the same set of the like this collection, if that will be given to 20 or 100 or 1,000 different people, every crafter will create something differently. Yes, of course, there will be similarities coming from the same element, stamps, and color choices. However, everyone will create something different, a little bit different, and this is beautiful, and it's most amazing journey. And this is a blessing to being able to be a part of this crafting family. I am so blessed and grateful, and I'm hoping that you feel the same, my friends. Here I took another stamp set, and it's got this fun occasion words, And what I did, I covered one of the words, which was saying best. I covered the last two letters, so I will have the word be instead. And thanks to that, I covered the letters, I was able to get the word be. So my sentiments will be let's be happy, and then the red color word forever. So let's be happy forever. This is the message on this Canva. It's a message to myself and to you as well, if you're watching this tutorial, my friends, that we should be always happy. We should always try to look on this bright side, whatever we do, and if the things even doesn't go our way, because it's happening to everyone. Believe me, my friends, I'm also getting lots of the things in my life which I wish they could go differently or happen differently. But it's life. I think this is what makes this life beautiful and so special, that despite all the obstacles, we can still enjoy ourselves with passion, with doing what we love, with our families, with there's so many things we at least for me, I have so many things I'm grateful for, that all those things which are not doesn't go my way, or I wish them to be different, they doesn't matter. I mean, there still does, but I'm trying to stay focused on those good things I could be grateful for, and I encouraging you, my friends, to do the same, to try to look for the positive, to try to be happy, because many times whatever we think, whatever we concentrate our attention on, we attract it. And I've noticed it myself, that since I've become a mom, I shifted my focus onto the good things, to try to thank God every single day for having this beautiful baby boy, for having a lovely family, for having a loving and amazing parents, even though they live across the Europe, and it's been over a year I haven't seen them in real life, and I miss them every day, but I love them and I am thankful for having them, and I'm blessed and I'm happy that I still have them. So there's always a good things you can think of, and try to find some positive from every single situation. And here, as you can see, my friends, I also decided to cut few more leaves because I didn't have enough them, and then to match up everything with the this golden embossing theme throughout my Canva, I also decided to dress up my sentiment just teeny tiny bit on the edges, and I'm also adding the same gold embossing powder on the leaves I've created, so just so everything looks nicely, and it's just matching up one to another. And at this point you can more or less see how this Canva it's coming to life. We're building a lovely composition here. So it's just a matter of trying to here you can see I've been positioning here and there, checking the composition several times, like changing my mind in regards where to put the flowers, where to put the sentiment, and I'm gluing all my elements using the hot glue. I am not doing a very good job in that. I'm trying to stay in that distress kind of a look, so I'm not very particular in creating, in gluing everything like straight. No, I'm rather more going for the distress look. So I'm just layering those flower and the vellum elements underneath, just to slightly offsetting them, so I have this shadow. And I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I must tell you, my friends, I will have to do it in next time in a card making, using this vellum, stamped vellum underneath as a shadow, because I'm really happy how it's turned out. This golden is peeking through from underneath, but it's not as much visible as element which are cut from the mirror cardstock. So it's definitely something I really like. I'm happy that I came up with this idea here. and I will be definitely using it in the card making. And what else I could tell you about this project? I think I've been talking like a good half an hour, so I'm hoping that you are not tired by now. So if I'm saying too much, please let me know, and just leave me a comment down below saying like, Marta, you're talking too much. Luckily I've speed up the video because I was creating the Canva 3 hours, and if not the voiceover recording and I would do it live, you will have to hear me like 3 hours talking. But I'm sorry. Do you know what, my friends? I think like if I'm, because I'm spending all day long with my son, and my husband is working, and sometimes he does those like 10-11 hour shifts, so I barely see him, and I'm spending most of my day with my beautiful son, with like having engaging this conversation on his level. We talk about like play and toys, about the Peppa Pigs and I don't know, Paw Patrol and other things that I feel like I have this need to speak out and have this adult conversation. So maybe this is the reason why I'm just like turning my microphone on. Well, I'm actually recording on a phone. I don't have a microphone even, but yeah, this is why I'm probably able to start recording the voiceover and then just talk like half an hour straight. So I'm hoping it's not like causing you a sore ears. But if it does, definitely, my friends, just let me know one comment and I will like I will try to, try to be more how to say, the balance between the voiceover and then maybe like put some music on and something to give you a little bit to relax and get rest from hearing me talking all of the time. And here I am just attaching this sentiment and everything. This is just basically trying to work on a composition, and everything it's been glue on the hot glue. I think I've mentioned that already, but just to let you know, you will have some close-up photos at the end, so you could see how the Canva turned out. And because we're basically coming to the end, I just want to take a second, as always, to say a huge thank you. Thank you so very much for all your comments, your lovely messages, for your support, kindness, love. Thank you so very much, my friends. And I'm also thanking you for uh, you know, uh, uh, giving me this strength and encouragement. And thanks to you, my friend, I feel like I am able to live my dreams, to become a part of this wonderful design team and enjoy with being blessed with these goodies I am receiving and everything what's happening around me. I feel like I wouldn't be able to go as far if not for you. So I am forever grateful. I am praying for you, my friends, to live in health and prosperity. And thank you. And if you like my videos, please don't forget to hit this thumb up, to share them with your friends. Help me grow this channel. I am still trying to go to the point where I'll be able to turn my camera on and create this live crafting, because I would love to be able to meet you in live. Well, I would love to meet you in a live person, but obviously I'm thinking more of the creating a live over the YouTube. So at some point I'm hoping that I'll be able to reach this require amount of the friends who will subscribe to my channel, so I could start doing the live session with you, and then we can talk over the comments, and maybe I could answer all of your questions and things like that. I'm thinking that would be amazing if we could do the crafting together over the lives. But anyway, I just want to say huge thank you for everything, for all your love. And this is something I'm truly blessed with, because you've changed my life, my friends. For thanks to your encouragement, I am living my dream. I am working on my dreams. I've started designing. I'm in design team for the one of the most amazing crafting companies, and this is just absolutely amazing. I hope you enjoyed this inspiration, and down below in the description area you will have all the links to the products. Just a little disclaimer for you as well, all the links from the Craft Stash store, they are affiliate links. I am receiving a little commission from if anyone will decide to buy some product, but this is no way, it does not affect your final prices or anything like that. You still pay the same amount as you will pay regularly. It's just I am receiving a little commission from the sale, so this is a huge help for supporting my family. So thank you so very much for all of you for checking the links and for buying products from them. Definitely thank you for that. And once again, I am super happy to be able to show you this collection. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this today Canva project because I was super excited to create it, as this is something I haven't been done for a very long time. And to be honest, I was already missing creating those canvas because like I said on the beginning, beside the card making, creating canvas is something I truly love, and I feel it's something nice, like you can give something super special as a present to anyone, or mainly for yourself. Just create one for yourself, hang it in the studio, and definitely make a photo, please, and share it. Tag me on so I could see it. If you create your Canva, definitely you have to make a photo, and here you can see how it's turned out, how all it comes together. And thank you so much. Stay blessed, my friends, and I am wishing you a fabulous weekend, and I hope to see you shortly. Bye bye.